Hello everyone, my name is Nikki and welcome to my channel, Nikki's Tasty Kitchen. Now follow me into my kitchen. So today I'll be making one of Jamaica's famous dish, which is ackee and saltfish. So as you can see here, I have all my ingredients together. I have my tomato, my onion, and of course my garlic. I won't touch them because I've not yet washed my hands. I have my thyme. I'll tell you the process why I leave my thyme this way. And I have, of course, the good Jamaican black pepper right here. Over here I have some frozen Jamaican ackee. You could use any ackee that you choose. It's okay. If you could use the can, that's also fine. But I love the original Jamaican ackee. And I have my saltfish here. I choose the fillet saltfish because I think it's easier to digest. So that's my choice. But again, you could use any saltfish of your choice. It's perfectly fine. So I'm gonna start by washing my hands, of course, and then I'll go through the process with you. So I'm gonna start by washing my saltfish off because, as you know, the saltfish has a lot of salt to it. As you can see in the bottom of the pot, all those salts. So you want to get that salt out as much as you can before you actually put it on the stove. So I take my saltfish and I pretty much just lightly rub it together because you don't want to have it all torn up. So I simply rub it together just to get most of the salt off. So after that, I rinse the salt from my pot as much as possible. And I just rinse my saltfish again. Then I put it in my pot. For me, I like to use the hot water. So I already put my water to be boiled. And there's a reason why I love using the boiling water. Because for me, it makes the process much easier. Instead of you having to wait a length of time for your water to be boiled, it's already boiled. So this water was already boiled in the kettle. So I'm just gonna remove it and I'm gonna pour some onto my saltfish. You can see the water is nice and hot. So it makes it easier and you don't have to boil the saltfish for, you know, a whole hour, or you don't have to boil the saltfish for 4 or 5 times. As we know, these saltfish don't really have that much in it as before. So while my saltfish is, you know, boiling on the stove, do not cover your saltfish. That's one thing you don't want to do, because if you cover your saltfish, you're going to end up with a whole lot of mess on top of your stove. So do not cover it. Just let it stay open and boiled. So while that is being boiled, I'm going to prepare my ackee. So I pour some of my frozen ackee into the pot. Then what I'm going to do is just simply rinse it off with cold water. And this is just how I do it. It's already clean and everything, but I just want to rinse it off because it was frozen. So then I pour the water off. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put it on the stove. So I put it on the stove top, and again, I said I love to use hot water, so I'm going to reach again for my kettle. And the reason why I use the hot water, when you put the cold water on it, it tends to make it soft. By the time the water gets to be warm, it makes your ackee too soft. So I don't like to use cold water. Again, it's your choice if you desire to use cold water, but I like the water that's already boiled. And while my ackee is here, my saltfish, you could see how fast that boils. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this off and I'm gonna strain this out, and I'm gonna put a fresh set of water on it to make it re-boil again, to get the salt out of the saltfish. So I remove my saltfish from the stove, and for me, I just like to have the cold water running while I'm pouring the hot water down the drain. So I'm pouring the water off the saltfish, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to re-boil my saltfish again, and this will just take a few more minutes to be ready. So while my saltfish and ackee is on the stove, I'm going to go ahead and prepare my seasoning. Never forget this, the good old Jamaican Scotch bonnet pepper. I keep mine frozen just to keep them longer, but you could do whatever you choose with it, but don't forget to add it. So my ackee is ready and my saltfish is ready. Now, if you realize my ackee, the pegs are still looking firm. Doesn't mean that it's not cooked, but it's the method of you not adding the cold water to start it, but doing it with the hot water makes it more firm. I'm just gonna take it over here. Again, I'm gonna turn my cold water on and I'm gonna pour my ackee out right here back in the pot. See how they look nice and firm? Looks like it's not cooked. My hand is clean so I could show you it's cooked. See? Remove my saltfish. Again, it's okay. You could use the same container to pour your saltfish. Same colander, it doesn't matter. Just keep the cold water running over it. For one, it's to get it cool. And then it helps to take some of the salt out. So that's really what it is. So I have my frying pan ready, as Jamaican would say, the frying pan. All right, and again, the oil is your choice. This is just my choice. I like this brand and I love canola oil, but whatever you choose, you could use it. I'm gonna pour a little oil. Now, if the pot looks too hot, you wanna turn it down. I'm gonna put some oil in the pot. I'm gonna pour my seasoning into there. Might be a little hot. And that's what you want to hear when you pour your seasoning into your pot. So I'm just going to stir it for a little bit. And again, your stove is too high. You just want to turn it down. Again, just to make sure that you don't end up with a whole bunch of mess when you're finished. And make sure that your seasoning doesn't burn too. While my seasoning is there, you know, getting its nice color, I'm going to go ahead and pick my saltfish. I'm just going to, you know, put it into pieces, but not really fine. You don't want it too big and you don't want it too fine. I think we have it at a nice texture. You don't want it too soft and you don't want it too hard. You still want to feel the crunchiness in your mouth. So I'm going to go ahead and pour my saltfish. And again, I'm going to mix it all up. My saltfish is ready. And it's time to pour my ackee in. What you still want to make sure is that you do not have excess water going in. So you just want to timely, you know, make sure you drain it properly so you don't have additional water going in. So this is how I do it. See the pegs of my ackee still, I don't want to mush it. They're still looking nice and firm, just the same way. Now I'm gonna add a few pimento grains to my ackee and saltfish. These are already washed. Then I'm gonna add the good Jamaican black pepper. Now you gotta be careful when you use Jamaican black pepper because this will have you sneezing for life. Maybe some people say, oh, that's too much black pepper. It's really not because this is really fine. But if you realize when you add the black pepper to it, the different color that it gets. I don't know, something about this good black pepper. And if for any reason you boil your saltfish and you think you take too much of the salt out, it's okay. You could go ahead and add a pinch of salt to your saltfish or your ackee and saltfish. That's perfectly fine. I told you about my thyme. The reason why I didn't take my thyme, I normally store my thyme in the fridge just to keep it. I keep my thyme wrapped up because I think it keeps it better. So I normally washed it, you know, wrapped it up and then put it in a Ziploc bag. Now you don't have to do that with your thyme. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take a few pieces of my thyme and I'm just gonna lay it on top of my ackee. I try to take it off because I don't like the stick all, you know. So I let my ackee and saltfish and seasoning just marinate for a little bit. Now my ackee is all done and looks yummy and I'm ready to serve. My ackee and saltfish is all done and ready to eat. Thank you for joining me in the kitchen at Nikki's Tasty Kitchen. Now like, subscribe, and don't forget to share and leave your comment. I'll see you next time. Join me for Jamaican's favorite fried dumpling.